based problem, length of the last word. It's an easy problem on Leetcode, but the concept in it is it super nice. The problem states that given a string S consisting of words and spaces, return the length of the last word in the string. And then it defines the definition of a word. Um, a word is a maximal substring consisting of non-space characters only. So what it says is like anything other than space can be counted as a length of the word, and what we want is the length of the last word. So there are multiple ways to solve this problem. One way can be that we split the words into multiple parts like hello and world, and then iterate over those words and then find out the length of the last word. So in this case, once we split the word, we have to save them somewhere. So space complexity will be O of n again, and there are some good examples given. For example, we have to take care of the case where we have white spaces in the end or the start. So in this case, we have to handle the case where the strings are null. So we have to ignore those strings. Similarly, like depending on the situation, we may encounter those kind of bugs. So another way is we start from the end. Why from the end? Because we want the last word. Intuitively, we can start from the end, start ignoring all the white spaces which we get. And as soon as we encounter the first character, which is, for example, n in this case, we will just what you say continue of counting the words from here. Let's look at the example. I think that's better. Let's take our string as hello world with exclamation mark at the end, and remember the definition of the word was any non-white space character can be counted in the word. And now we start from the end. The main thing is once we start from the end, we may encounter white spaces, and we have to ignore all of them because those are not part of the word. So eventually we reach the first character, which is not in white space, and once we do that, we may have the word, we will start counting the words from here, and keep on decrementing the iterator till we reach to the start of the string. So first we are at exclamation mark, and the length becomes 1. Once we process, we go to the next step. D is also not a non-white space character, so again we increment the count. Likewise, we will do it for L, R, O, and W. And once this is done, we have already encountered the length equal to 6. Then we go to the next space, and this time we found the space. So that means we have to stop here. Our loop, we should come out of the loop, and length equal to 6 will be the answer. In this case, the time complexity will be O of n. We don't know how long the length of the last word will be. But it will be always less than equal to the length of the word. But the space complexity will be 0 because or 1, because we will be just counting one character at a time, and then and we don't need any extra storage. Now let's jump onto the for this solution. As So what we have to first do is like we start from the end of the string. So we just take a iterator. I'm coding Java, so length is like a function rather than any attribute on the object. And once we start from the end, only thing we have to make sure is like we have we have not reached to the start of the string, because otherwise we are out of loop. And then we also start checking whether the character is white space. If that is the case, we will just continue reducing uh, reducing the iterator, and just go and if we reach to the start of the string, that means our algorithm is done. We couldn't find any such word. But if we encountered any non-white space, we will just come out of the loop. In this case, for example, in case of hello world, exclamation mark will be the one of the point where we will come out of the loop. Now we will again start going down towards the left, or actually we will start going towards the left. And now we have to just make sure is that character is not um, character is not what you say white space, because we will be counting that character, and for that we will need also one variable. So let's call length, and initially it will be 0, and now we will increment this length, but also like last time decrement the counter, and in the end, once we are finding the white space, or we are at the start of the string. In that case, we will end the loop, and whatever length we have calculated will be our answer. Now let's submit this code, and see how it goes. Yeah, so this works like a charm. That's it.